Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today's guest will be the first Italian athlete that we've had on the podcast, the awesome Camilla Massa, an inspirational athlete who encourages us all to have fun on our journey. She is a mum of three girls and also an Elite 15 athlete who's competed in 3 out of the 4 majors this season. She's described the season as not being too fun on her Instagram due to some health issues. However, we know what a fighter Camilla is, and with Barcelona last chance qualifiers and the doubles race in Miami with Meg Jacoby coming up, we are super excited to see this season finish on a high, and we really can't wait to hear a little bit more about what you've got planned, what you're up to right now, and yeah, how April's going to go down because it sounds very exciting. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for the intro, and thank you guys for having me.
Oh no, it's really nice to have you on. Could you maybe first talk to us a little bit about when we reached out to try and organize this? You said you're in Florida. Are you on a bit of a boot camp, training camp? What's going down in Florida?
No, I'm in Florida because I live in Florida. Actually, my life is a little bit complicated because I have my kids here in Florida, and Luca has the kids in Colorado. So we travel every week. So we do 1 week in Florida, 1 week in Colorado. It's tough. It's a lot. It's a 3.5 hour flight every Sunday. So that's my rest day. But it is what it is for now.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
Sunday's your rest day, so you get the flight on your rest day.
Right.
Oh man.
Right. So I have altitude 1 week and hot weather the other week.
But yeah. I mean, that's quite handy, isn't it? A bit of altitude training, a bit of heat training.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I'm in Florida right now because, as you mentioned, April is gonna be very busy, and I decided to stay this week, not to travel to Colorado. So Luca is in Colorado. I'm here by myself, enjoying life. No kids, no Luca. It's all peace here.
Just the cats. I think I saw you say you're spoiling the cats because Luca's not there and no kids.
They are with me. They sleep with me. They're happy for the peace of the.
Oh, amazing. So the next few weeks are going to be busy for you. You've got Miami coming up, which is the week before Barcelona. Are you going straight from Miami to Barcelona, or how's the next kind of few weeks looking for you in the run-up?
So I can't wait to be in Miami with Megan. It's like a dream come true. And because she's one of my best friends, so it's gonna be all heart, that double, and I can't wait to do it. And after that I'll come back. I mean, I'm 3 hours far by Miami, so I'll come back here. I'm gonna say hi to my kids, and then I'll fly over to Barcelona on Tuesday.
Oh, amazing.
Oh wow, that's gonna be busy.
Yeah.
And then when did the idea or the concoction come to jump in with Meg and do a doubles in Miami? Is that a recent thing, or have you guys been hoping, like Meg's been working towards it with her rehab, or when was the decision
actually
made?
we always wanted, but I can say in the few past years when we started the camp together, we always said we have to do a double together. But then, races and business and everything, we never had the chance to do it. So this season we saw the elite 15 double, and we say, okay, it's time for us to do it. And we planned Miami actually before her surgery. So we planned Miami before everything happened to her back, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'll be really, really cool to, I think, for both of you, like to get out, and I guess a run out for you before Barcelona as well. I don't know if you mind touching on a little bit. You said you've not had the best season. It's maybe not quite gone to plan. Could you maybe just explain a little bit more to our listeners, like what's been going on, if you don't mind?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, when I was in off season after Nice, so Nice was a very weird race for me because I don't know if you remember, but I finished the wall ball. I was last, and I couldn't even see the target. I was like completely out. my glucose after the race, they measured the glucose. It was like a dead person. So I was there for an hour. I couldn't move. So it was pretty tough. After that, in off season, I asked for my season for just one thing, a normal season, like, something, you can go to a race, enjoy the process, enjoy the season, but it didn't happen. And so in off season, I started to have some alarm, like in my body, like cramps. And I am the kind of person that usually put it aside until it clears. But this time it didn't happen, because when you push your body, I mean, sport is great, high rock is great to show your boundaries, your limits, and push through it. But sometimes it shows you always also what you can work on. And this matter is my health. And I went through a lot of stress in the past few years, and it showed up in my gut. So I decided to, push through during the off season, and it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine. And then we had Amsterdam. I tried Amsterdam, but I didn't feel good in my gut. I didn't feel good in my back, and I tried the race. And to be honest, I survived the race. I didn't have fun at all. I did the first half of the race and I felt pretty good, other than my back, but I felt good. And then it was just surviving and finish the race. So after Amsterdam, I had to fly to Italy because I had to do a double with Elisa Fugliano, a CrossFit athlete. And after that race, I was like, okay, my season is over, because I couldn't even walk. I was cramping also during the night, so I couldn't even sleep, and I was ready to quit. But Luca was with me. We started to see some doctors. We started to, work on it. And I did some tests. My body was messed up. My gut was messed up. A lot of leaky gut, a lot of inflammation, bacteria, everything was inside. So I had to cut everything from everything about gluten, about dairy from my diet. And, it was pretty tough because it changed completely my diet. It was very, very strict, like meat, fish, rice, sometimes, and that's it. Some strawberries. I was like very, very basics. So it wasn't even easy to get the nutrients. It wasn't even easy to get the calories sometimes during the day. But little by little, I started to feel better. I decided not to do Hong Kong because I wasn't ready, and I wasn't ready physically and mentally. And I really don't want to steal a spot in the Elite 15 to someone else, because I know how hard all of us, work to be there. So I knew I wasn't at that level, and I decided to stay home. And I did Anaheim in December. And actually, before the start line, I was feeling in my gut the fear, the fear of start the race, the fear of feeling again that pain. And I remember I was like minutes before the start of the race, and I was talking to Luca, and I was telling him, I feel fear. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I can do it. And he just told me, okay, do your race. Just do your race, have fun. And I actually did it. I don't even remember who was with me in that race. I was running for me. I didn't care about the time. I didn't care about anything, just the feelings of the race, the run, and the stations. And it works. It worked out. It was my first race when I actually fight the fear. My body was feeling better, not great, but better. So we decided to work for Las Vegas. Las Vegas was, I can say, a good race, not for the result, but for my feelings. I felt better, not perfect in my health still, but I felt good. So that, I mean, having fun, I think it's the main thing. Elite level or all the other level, I think having fun is the main thing. If you don't have it, I mean, we don't really need to do, I don't really need to do it. So after Las Vegas, still my diet was very strict. Still, I was like a clock in everything I was doing. But still, I couldn't finish a simulation at home. So I couldn't finish a 45, 50-minute simulation. So I knew something wasn't right in my body. I changed the nutritionist, I changed the doctor, I changed the, something I was doing. Then we went to Glasgow, and Glasgow, I felt good. I mean, the race was amazing. I really thought I could have a spot for the World Championship until the end, actually, because when I finished the lunges in fifth, I don't remember where I was, but the three people ahead of me, Vivian, Jess, and the other person, I don't remember, Zara, she was ahead of me. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna get you the wall ball because I know I can do unbroken, so I'm gonna get my spot there. But it wasn't the case, and I'm happy for them. But I felt good, so I actually I think this is a process, especially for me that I'm not an athlete. I mean, I wasn't an athlete in the past, so I have to learn, and it's a long process to learn mentally and physically where I have to be race after race. So yeah, I think I needed it. And something very, very weird happened after Glasgow, because the weeks before Glasgow, I started to meditate. Is the right word? So and the main thing I was asking was a healthy body. And of course, the result in Glasgow, I have the World Championship and blah, blah, blah. So when I didn't qualify, I was like, fuck. So this meditation
doesn't work.
But and I say, okay, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. I'm gonna eat dairy, I'm gonna eat gluten, and let's see what happens. It can be worse than that. Because in the days leading to Glasgow, I was again going to the bathroom 3-4 times a day, cramps again. So I was like, okay, fine. Let's see what happens if I eat what I want. And I was like healed, but like in a day. So I started to eat bread, pasta, and in the flight coming back to US, I was eating everything they gave us to test my gut, and I was like super good. So I was like, okay, this is the meditation. I don't know what it is, but something has changed, and I can tell you that I feel my body again now. So I can push, I can run, I can finish my simulation. So I really feel my body again. It's a good feeling. So I know it's a process. I know maybe it's not just a meditation, but it's like a tool you can incorporate in your routine for sure. And yeah, so now I feel good. I can wait for Miami. I can wait for Barcelona. It's gonna be a great fight. A lot of amazing women will be there to fight for that spot, 3 spots. And yeah, it is what it is. I mean, Hyrox really changed my life. Not just the life, like what I do, but also inside of me. He teaches me a lot of stuff that I can use in my life, not just in my sport life.
Yeah. I mean, you're a very resilient person. Like to be able to pick yourself up and to like have the patience, because it is patience, like you say, it's a long process. Like it must, like you must love doing it, like the feeling of like racing when it's good to make you keep coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually think about it as an aggressive patience. So, just patience is like you wait. But in this case, you have to do something very aggressively to change what is not going good, to be patient, but in an aggressive way.
Yeah. And it's good. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people listening to this that have got like health problems, or they've been stopped doing something, whether it's like high rocks or a sport, or whether it's work or something else. And yeah, it's I guess trying to help yourself as best as you can whilst also being patient. Yeah, fair. And it is hard. Like I've worked with a lot of people with diets and like intolerances. And I actually like tried to do a like elimination diet to try and like help people to understand it. And it is one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's not being able to eat what you want to eat, but the fact you could train as well on a like a limited diet, it's like that's incredible, because it's like
Yeah,
even just to keep going like without the fuel.
Right. And I was in a moment in September, October, where my body didn't have the energy to go after 30 minutes. Like the inflammation was that big, that much, that my body was fighting that, and I couldn't even push. So
have you had any like tests now to see whether the inflammation's gone down? Did you have like tests at the beginning to obviously to see that the leaky gut and the inflammation in your body? Have you since, I know you're saying you feel great now, have you done anything to see if the inflammation's gone down or?
No, actually, I have planned to do it in the next few weeks, when after Barcelona maybe, to check the real situation, because of course, as you said, until you don't check, you don't really know what's going on in your body. So yeah. And one thing I want to add is that if you have something, just don't do like me, just act immediately, because maybe if I did something in August, the problem was smaller and I could do something to save my season, but I acted too late, so the problem was huge and I needed time and months and weeks to adjust it.
Yeah. And I think like you and Meg going into like Miami is going to be incredible, because you've both got a very strong why for being there, and you've both worked so hard to be there, and then you're going to be there for each other. I think it could be super powerful, like motivation in the race, couldn't it?
Yeah. I really can't wait. And after my problems and her problem, it's gonna be very emotional for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it does just show like people, and it has been incredible. I know it's hard to live through, but for people that are following both of you girls' journey, it's pretty incredible to watch and see you still perform. I mean, even like you said, you haven't had the best races, but you've still been in the middle of the Elite 15, even feeling like probably 20%. I mean, people can only aspire to get into the Elite 15, and you're still competing at that level at like what, with hardly any fuel and not feeling yourself. It's it's unreal.
Thank you so much. But when you really want something, you try everything. And when in Amsterdam, I knew I wasn't feeling fine. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but I wanted to try anyway. I mean, even in Nice, I really wanted to finish that race. Anyway, I knew I was the last one. I knew I was like out of any good time. But I remember I had my daughter and my father there, and I really wanted to show them who I am.
Yeah, no, it's very inspirational. And what about for Barcelona? How do you feel about racing like I mean, Miami will be the same because it'll be an open course. Like it's not the grid. Do you like that? Is that like exciting to have more people, or is it a bit daunting because it's busier, or how do you feel about those situations?
So I don't know about that because my last race it was Anaheim in December, but as I told you, I didn't pay attention to what's going on around me. The other one was Anaheim in May, and it was a great race. So I don't know. I mean, I really like to have people around me. Of course, when it's too busy, it's not good. I hope they are gonna make some space for the pro women and pro men for the last chance qualifier. But it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I have all the people around and competing in a different environment than the grid.
Yeah. And I think there'll be a lot of spectators there as well, hopefully, you know, like cheering on and being involved. Yeah, like I think because it is the last one, and there's also it's such a big race in the season. I think, yeah, hopefully it'll be a really good atmosphere.
Yeah, of course, in my meditation, I visualize a lot of people cheering on me.
Yeah, just everyone's for you. That's
right, the whole venue. Camilla.
It's a European city, so yeah, you know, Italy's not too far away. And how's training going now then? How are you looking like? I'm guessing we're only like, is it 2 or 3 weeks away from Miami and Barcelona? It's not long now, so
yeah. It's super close. Yeah, no, please go ahead.
No, are you at home? Are you knuckling down? Are you just putting in a last big block? Is there anything you've like, I don't know. I know from looking at some of your posts on Instagram, you said that the like level is just stepping up time and time again. Is there anything that you're specifically focused on, or is it just get yourself at the best?
So yeah, I'm focusing on my run. I mean, of course, in Irox, you cannot stop doing something because when you stop doing something, it's when you lost it. So I am working a lot of my run and compromised run because I feel is the thing that I most lost in the past few months. Still, maybe I have to work also on my strength because, you know, with this health situation, I had to stop. In the past few months, I had always to adjust my training. You know, when I couldn't do like squat and deadlift, I couldn't do heavy squat and deadlift from maybe before Nice. So it's a lot of months that I don't do heavy squat and deadlift. And my pull and push were amazing. Now they are good, but not the best pull and push that you can see in the grid. So now I am doing a lot of compromised, a lot of long compromised work, like 70 minutes to test my endurance and my resistance in this kind of workout. And actually I can tell you that I don't see, I see numbers that I don't see from a long time, like big threshold workout where I can go under 4 pace. So I'm talking about pace.
Kilometers, and yeah.
It's a lot of months that I couldn't see those numbers for that amount of time. And I'm very happy because when you feel the legs, when you see that your body wants to move instead of stopping you, it's a totally different feeling. Also, motivational speaking.
Yeah.
It's
different. Nice to see the hard work paying up. That I guess it can be quite difficult to keep feeling like maybe you're getting smashed down or your performances aren't reflecting the work you're putting in. So it must be nice to it gives you a little bit of confidence, I guess. I know it's not everything, but like, and it's different on race days and different conditions, and you never know how you're going to go, but it's nice to get some small nuggets of like, yes, this is working, like it's going well, like
Right. There's a lot of time that I was asking myself if I was enough to be there, if I am enough to be there. Because as you said, I was doing my training and I couldn't do enough. This week and last week is the first time that I could do the double threshold day 2 times a week. I couldn't do it before because I did the first session, and then after 3, 4, 5 hours, I was too tired to do the second one. So I know that the other athletes in the Elite 15 are like machines. They train a lot. They train 2 times a day. They do a lot to be there. So I asked myself a lot of time, is it my place? Is it enough to train like this? Because in the past few months, I say from September to December, January, I couldn't do more than 1 hour and a half a day, no more. So after that, I was like, okay, it's enough for me, because I started to feel sick and blah, blah, blah. So, and I know the other people are like 4 hours a day, if not more. So I asked about myself a lot of times, but you need to believe in yourself. I always bet on me. Every race, Luca asked me, okay, who think is gonna win? Who think is gonna do blah, blah, blah. And even if I know that I'm not there yet, I always bet on myself, always. So that's the...
I think
you have to believe it.
You have to believe it to do it. And I think you've got a lot of people rooting for you. I think there is a lot of people that like, you can just see like how hard you have worked and that want you to do well and get there and show what you can do, because it's clear that like, I mean, you belong there. You absolutely belong there. Like, it's clear for everyone else to see. I think sometimes it must be hard, like you say, for yourself, but yeah, like especially on some of those sleds flying. Like, how could she move a sled so quickly?
I was like, what's going on with that carpet?
In Amsterdam, I can tell you, was amazing. I started sled and I felt like, oh, there's something wrong in. And if you see me, I was looking my right and my left to see if the plates were right on my sled, because it was too easy to move. So yeah, I hope that with the new carpets that they are releasing, the sled is gonna be...
that's true.
You and everyone else, I reckon. Loads of people hoping so. And then just to bring you back to, you talk about Luca a lot and support. I'm sure like nobody can do this journey on their own. And obviously you've got a very like supportive family, a very supportive husband now, isn't it? Because didn't you? You got married in Las Vegas. Congratulations! What a wedding! How has Luca helped like your journey and over the last year, and anybody else that's given you support, I guess?
So Luca is amazing, and he's my husband, he's my friend, my best friend, and I couldn't do this journey without him from the beginning, from my first race, because I signed up for my first race because Luca, and we were just friends at that time, suggested me to do it. Because I was looking, maybe you already know this story, but I had my last kid, my youngest kid, and then after 1 year, I was finished breastfeeding, and I was posting a story on Instagram asking for a race or something, because I needed to work out for a goal. And Luca replied, oh, there's this new race. It was 2021. There is this new race. I already started to train for it. Maybe we can do it together. And I signed up without any preparation. I was there. I fell in love with Lauren. There were the invitational wave with Lauren Weeks, Rachel van der Voort, so a lot of amazing athletes. And I fell in love with Lauren Weeks and her fire in the race that she has and that she had and she has now. And yeah, and that's my journey. So everything started there. So back to Luca. He's an amazing husband. He's an amazing coach. He's always looking for numbers. If you ask Luca numbers, he knows all of my numbers, like everything. I don't like numbers, but he does. And he was a huge support in this journey, not just in the Hyros journey, but also in my health journey. And actually, something changed also for him, and I see that now that I feel good. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm tired, but I mean, I say that like anyone else. But when I say something like that, he's like, okay, do we need to stop? Okay, do we need to adjust the workout? Okay, and I'm like, no, I'm fine now. But the whole thing of the past few months, I think that changed something also in him, because he saw me training through the pain. He saw me in a very bad situation. He saw me when I really wanted to quit, and he was like, okay, do what is good for you. So he wasn't pushing anything, but he was there for me. So when I needed a hug, he was there. When I needed someone to push me, because sometimes a lot of excuses come up when you don't want to do something, and he was there anyway. And also the community, you mentioned the community, and the love of the people is amazing. I think Hyrox has a community that nobody has. I mean, I know that CrossFit has a huge community, but in Hyrox, maybe because of the way of the races, the way of everybody can cheer and see the race of each other, it's different. No, every event is like so high in energy that you really don't want to finish. And yes, so the community, the love, the messages that I received in the past few months, and also now is huge.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear. And I think you're right. It's like when you go through something, it's not just you that goes through it. It's also like a partner, or like you said, a coach. And I mean, Luke is obviously your coach and your partner. So I mean, it must be quite hard for him, because I think emotionally, to see someone you care about suffering, but then also trying to push them to be the best athlete they can be. It's quite a hard place to be, isn't it? To push you, but also worry about you and want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, it's not easy. Definitely, it's not easy.
And do you usually train on your own, or do you train together with Luca, or do you have a training partner, or does your training usually
So
work?
I usually train by myself. Actually, when we started, Luca was stronger than me and faster than me, but now the situation is different. No, he's still stronger in something, but no, we cannot train together, especially in the run. I mean, racing is not his focus. He's my coach, but he has his own stuff to do. So yeah, when we train together, like with Megan, when we do the camp, and that week, that little environment to train with other people is huge for me, because you can push more with other people. I see Joanna and JK, that now are part of a huge team with Tiatumi and other amazing athletes, and I really want to be there sometimes to train with that kind of partners. But anyway, I think that training with other people helps you to push more. I don't have anyone here. Actually, sometimes in Colorado, I meet up with Rich Ryan, with Chris Rugowski, because they are all in the same area. But here in Florida, I don't have anyone yet.
Yeah. I'm sure there will be some good athletes coming out of Florida, like as Hyrox grows.
Yeah, it's not easy in Florida, because Now it starts to be very, very hot and humid. So we need to find a good place, a good gym to work out together.
Yeah, definitely. And then on the like the mental side of things, the mental strength. I mean, you've spoken a little bit about meditation that you kind of started. Is there anything else that you do or that you maybe say to yourself in a race, or where does your head go, or where do you try and channel your head to go when you're training and racing?
Yeah, so it's a very good question because a lot of people don't think about that. Maybe we think about just training and run and do stuff, but the mental part is huge, especially in IROX, especially when you try to go higher and higher and beat your time. So the mantra and the message that I say to myself during the race are built before the race. So you cannot think, I mean, I don't think you can start to think about motivational thing while you are in the race or while you are suffering, because I don't think your brain is built like that.
Yeah.
So it try to escape and quit. So yeah, I visualize the race many times, not just on the best scenario, but also the worst scenario. So what I want to say to myself and tell to myself when things are not going in the right way, like I'm suffering, I want to quit, what I want to tell myself to, refocus and stay on track. And when I say visualization, meditation, I also mean visualization. So during my meditation, I visualize the race, I visualize the results that I want, and blah, blah, blah. So it's a process, and I think it's something, a day-by-day process. You cannot do it once in a while, but you have to train your brain, same as you train your body, to stay focused, especially during the race.
Yeah, because it must be difficult as well. Like we've spoken to some other athletes about this, but like some of the girls, well, Lauren mainly, goes out so fast when you start the race. Like it must be very difficult not to panic and think like, if some people go with her, or whether you decide to go with her, or what, like it must be hard to know how to pace an Elite 15 race, I would think. Do you go into each race with a game plan, or and then adapt it depending, or how does it work for you?
So I think that this season teach me how to pace myself and do my race. Actually, this season forced me to learn this process, because especially in the first races like Amsterdam, I couldn't be with them. I really couldn't think about be with them. I have to think about my body and surviving the race, as I was telling you before. So yeah, I learned how to pace myself during the training. I usually, because I know there is Lauren in the Elite 15, so there is one Lauren, and I train to do the first run maybe a little bit faster than the other one to keep up with them, because it's not easy to pace yourself, but you need to pace yourself. Because if you go out, I usually say you cannot win a race at the skier, but you can lose a race at the skier, because if you push too much, I mean, you're out. There's no any other way to say it. So yeah, you really need to listen to your body and to, especially during the training, and see when and where you can push.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important. And then just on the mental side, and I guess the push, like where to push in a race as well. You did a race where didn't you break your fingers and you carried on with a broken finger?
Yes.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
how do you even and finish? Whereabouts did you break? Where did you? What station?
You want to know it? It was the first lap of the first race.
First lap.
Sorry, first lap of the first run. Yes, it was
So you did the
Chicago.
whole race, the whole race.
The whole race with this finger, it is still a little bit mess.
Oh, that is a bit wonky.
Yes, and no, it was very, very broken. And yes, it was easy. I was on front. I was on front on the back. I don't remember, but Megan just went ahead of me, and I stepped on her shoe, and I fell, and the finger went through the fence. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it was nice, but you know, when in the race, you are in the zone. So I stand up, I start to run, and I saw some blood in the other one, so this one, and I was like, oh, good. Then I saw this finger that, I mean, it wasn't in a very good shape, so I no, I started to straight the finger while I was running. Yes. I mean, maybe it was a good thing because I couldn't feel the pain that much. My focus, my brain was in another kind of pain, so I couldn't really feel that pain. And I remember that I was running, I saw Luca and I said, I think I broke my finger. And he was like, yeah, you can go, you can go. I was like, no, it's broken, really broken. And actually, the worst part was the burpees because I couldn't control the finger at all. And every time I was down, I had the judge, and it was not. I don't know if you know her, the really sweet girl with the red hair. She's always in the Elite 15 grid, and she was like, "Are you sure you wanna go ahead?" Because the finger went in the carpet every single burpees. And I was like, it's broken. I cannot do anything about that. I'm here. Let's do it. And actually, I finished fifth. So, and that placement gave me the access to the other major. So, I mean, I was happy.
It was worth it.
Yeah. In kind of way, it was worth it. And yeah. No.
I mean,
What
like,
about the sled pull? Like,
no, let me tell you, the worst part was the burpees. No, not and wall balls. I have
balls, yeah, I was like,
I have a picture of the wall, but I was getting the wall, and this finger was like in another world, like down there. So it was very, very bad. Yeah. So other than that, everything was fine. I had to do a surgery.
no.
Yeah, and actually I had to wait. I wanted to wait because after that race, I had 1 month before the DECA World Championship, and I really wanted to do it because it was my first one. So I went to the doctor, and he told me, you need to do the surgery because it's broken in 3 parts, and there's no way you can heal another way. Okay, fine. And I told him, okay, I'm going to do it in 1 month. He said, no, you have to do it now because it really needs to do it now. But no, that's no way. I have to wait 1 month. So please bring me to DECA. And if you see the picture of DECA or the videos, I had the splint, the World Championship. Yes, so after DECAFIT, the day after, or the 2 days after, I went to do the surgery. They put me a lot of stuff in this finger. So also last season was a mess for me. So I'm really hoping that the next one is gonna be very calm and very, normal.
yeah. And then hopefully, like, because, you'll get through Barcelona, you'll get into the Elite 15 doubles, I'm sure, with Meg, and then we'll see you at Chicago. And then when you're running with Meg, can you run like side by side, or at least in front of us, so we don't have like a replay of you you in Chicago? We've got to have a better race in Chicago, haven't we?
Oh,
Right.
God, that I mean, it shows what adrenaline does as well, doesn't it? Like, to keep you going through that pain. It's just
Completely.
yeah.
It's crazy. I know. Fair play.
Well, on that, should we end on that note and go on to the cheeky insight questions.
Yeah, for anyone that's like got high rocks coming up, if you haven't broke your finger, keep moving. Like if you're feeling like you're suffering.
Actually, let me tell you that I did one Spartan race in my life, and or two, no more. And I said, I don't want to do any Spartan race because it's too dangerous for me. I don't want to break any bones. And then I broke the finger in Irox. So, yeah.
You've probably made everyone's burpee station a little bit easier though, because like most people now will be doing a burpee and thinking, well, at least I haven't got a finger that's like falling off and going through the carpet. That's what I'm going to think if I'm hurting doing burpees next time.
Yeah, no excuses.
Could always be worse, yeah.
Oh god. Right, okay, let's go on to the questions then. The first one is, which shoes do you wear to race high rocks?
So I'm using the Saucony, the Endorphin. I think it's the model 3 or 4, I don't remember, but I really like those shoes. I think they have a good, they can help you during the run, but they are also well balanced. So I think I like them. I'm always open to try new shoes, but for now the Saucony are my best choice.
Yeah, cool. Okay, next one is, which is your favorite high rocks venue that you've raced in?
So just for the venue, I think my favorite one is Manchester. Because the World Championship were there. I was in Elite 15. It was we are going to talk about that in another podcast, but also that season was a good one, and I couldn't race in the Elite 15, but I decided to race anyway in the age group, and I won the World Championship, and it was amazing. The picture of the venue are so cool, so I think Manchester.
Yeah,
2022, 23, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think
cool.
was that the one we were at? That was on.
Yeah,
we were at. Yeah, it's the windows. It's like the actual venue is like incredible, isn't it? It's not just an arena or a stadium.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. Next one is, which is your favorite high rock station and why?
Okay, so my favorite rock station is the pool and maybe the wall ball. And the pool because I am a strong athlete, so it's easy. It's not easy, but it's easier for me. And it's a station where I usually get some time. And the wall ball, I like the wall ball because I think is 70% mental. So I think I'm
definitely got that.
Yes, I'm pretty tough there.
So I don't think we need to worry about your mental strength.
Yeah.
It is true though. Like, I think, do you have any tips for anyone listening if they struggle on the wall balls, or they feel like they can't get past that barrier? I don't know, maybe they've managed to do, say, 50 unbroken at a race, but they can't quite reach like the next 10 and do 60. Any tips?
Of course. So physically, I do a lot of wall ball without the squat, so just the shoulder. Of course, you need to be prepared physically. So do a lot of wall balls, and that's it. But mentally, I usually do 5x5. So I don't see the big numbers. I just go 5. Okay, give me other 5. Give me other 5. Give me other 5. And I know if I reach 75, it's done. So I can do 25 more in any condition. So the 75 is my goal, and then it's just downhill.
Yeah. Well, 5's good. Yeah, I think maybe like a lot of people, I think, do kind of look at 10s or break it naturally, but maybe just 5 seems a little bit more manageable, so you can keep chunking the next one. Yeah, good.
Because 10 for the wall balls is already a big number, I think, especially if you're tired. But 5, you can reach it. So it's my sweet spot.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, next one. If you could do a doubles high rocks with anyone in the world, who would it be?
So it's Luca, but I already did it with him, and of course one is Megan, and I'm gonna do it in few weeks. So I'm pretty happy about my double partner.
Yeah, you've done pretty well, haven't you?
Yeah. I was thinking about this before, and I was like thinking about big names like Joe Rogan or people, but those are people that I want to talk with. So I don't want to do a double with them. I just want to go to dinner with them and do a double with people where I have fun, like Megan or Luca.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Do you reckon you'll ever have a mother-daughter duo in the future, or any of you girls inspired by you doing high rocks?
Why not? So my oldest is 15. She's starting to, like what I do. She's not into it at all, but we'll never know. The other two are too young, but definitely they will do something in IROX because I know they are always with me when I train. They always on the rower, on the bike, and do some stuff. So they're gonna enjoy doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You've got a relay team there, female
Oh,
relays,
yeah?
all four of you. Yeah. You can
No,
make up-
actually, I have 3 girls, and Luca has 3 girls. So I mean,
Wow.
yeah, all
You
girls. For
you could sub it out as well, yeah. Luke as well outnumbered, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, next one. I mean, this might be interesting because maybe it's changed a bit, but do you fuel for high rocks like the race? And if so, what do you have and when do you take it?
So I wasn't used to take anything before my gut problem. So I was, because I'm very picky for gels and carbs. Like if I tried gummies, I tried a lot of stuff, but if I'm in the race, I mean, I don't want anything in my mouth that give me like easy. But after my gut problem, I felt like taking carbs during the race helped me a lot, like a lot. And now I'm taking 2 gels. I mean, one before the race, one after the pool, one after the row.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that's my.
Yeah, that's quite a good like time
Timing.
split. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have you found one that works well for you, or do you just suck it up and you don't enjoy any of them?
Not yet. I'm
No.
trying different brands and try to find my best one. There's different feelings, different gels. Definitely not something that I have to chew because for the same problem because I need water then and blah blah blah. So the gels are better. I found something with the coconut water. They are very fluid and I like them, but it's not easy to open it while you run and not spill them everywhere. So you need to find a balance, and I think it's very personal.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, next one is, what's your favorite type of training session for high rocks?
I really like the process. I mean, if I have to choose one, maybe specific movements. So when I really work on the technique, because I give time to each movement in very deeply. But I really like the process. I mean, IROX is beautiful because there's a lot of stuff to work on. You can come from any other sport and you can find something to work on. So I think that's the beautiful part of IROX, and also maybe sometimes the worst part because you have to work on a lot of stuff, and sometimes I feel I don't have enough time during the day and during the week to work on everything. So yeah, I think if I have to choose one, maybe it's the technique, but I really like the process of complete the puzzle.
Yeah. And do you enjoy running now? Because you weren't really a runner before high rocks, were you? So
No, not at all. Not
Yeah.
at all. Before IROX, for me, I mean, doing 5K was like a marathon. So I didn't like run. I was the kind of person that run is not for me. I'm not built for running. but I now enjoy it. And I was very sad in the past few months where I couldn't run a lot for my gut, for my pain and blah, 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 because I couldn't do even 1 hour of running. But now I like it because for the easy run, you can put a good podcast in your ear and listen to it, or sometimes I just put music and like visualize and think about my race and think about my life. And I also like the track workout because you can push and feel your leg, feel your muscle. So I really enjoy running now. And I was thinking that I wasn't a good runner, but now I'm changing this thought about me a lot. And I feel like I can run. I mean, my form is good naturally. And yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, that's
You're
cool.
you're a pretty good runner.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're probably above average.
Okay, next one is, why should someone sign up for their first High Rocks?
This is a good question because for me it changed my life completely, and it gave fire. It gave fire to a dream that it was in my heart from a long time. I start this journey, sign up for a race, and I didn't know that it could bring to this, to running with elite athletes and having a sponsor, or I mean living a dream. And you'll never know. I mean, signing up for a race can bring you to the next one or not, but for sure it makes you push your limits where you in a spot where you never explored before. So I really encourage people of any level, and it's the beautiful of Irox. Anyone can go through a race, doing it in 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, it doesn't matter. But you really push your limit and see a community of people that you cannot experience in any other moment of your life. So yeah, it's a huge experience, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And like you say, you never know. You don't know what will come from it, or
Yeah.
the next step or the next race.
Yeah, you can fall in love with the process. You can fall in love with your body, with pushing your limits. So even if you are, there's a lot of people, especially in Italy, that write me, a lot of women like 50, 55, they write me that they did their first race and then they fell in love with the process. They found a community of people, new friends, and they train every day. I mean, it's so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Great answer. And lastly, is there anyone that you would like to see on the podcast, or a type of person in the High Rocks world behind the scenes, or something that we could reach out to and get on?
So I love to hear amazing stories, because I think that stories are like fire for thought for who listen. And yeah, so I really don't know. Maybe you can bring someone from other sports and encourage them to try Irox, to do doubles. And I there's a lot of fight in internet for about CrossFit and Irox. Who is on CrossFit is on Irox, and I feel like the beautiful of sport is to include everyone and try. So I like seeing Tiatumi doing Irox. I like these cross sports meeting in a double or something. So maybe a big athlete from another sport. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is definitely.
It's also like interesting seeing someone come from a different sport and like the way they train, because obviously always think it would be like really interesting if you got like an elite rower or someone that came, and then how they would tackle it, because like everyone used the row as a bit of a reset, and they're
Right.
like their aerobic capacity is huge, isn't it? And you just want to see these like big names come in and from different sports, and I'm sure it's going to happen. There's already
Yeah, it could be like a new race, like from different sport, and
Yeah.
let's see who can win in this Irox. Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, no, totally. Oh, Camilla, like you are an incredibly inspirational athlete. I think probably one of the most mentally tough individuals I think I've ever known on here.
Thank you.
It's unreal. Like, oh, not just like in high rocks, but just in sport, just everything you've gone through, like the capacity, the mental capacity you have to not just keep going through setbacks, but also to just always put yourself back at the front and put yourself out there. It's very
Thank you.
inspiring. Mom of 3 as well, and splitting your
That's
time.
why.
I just everything is just it's incredible. I mean, there's a lot of incredible women in the Elite 15, and you're all juggling so much, and you're all just showing people what is possible. For anyone that wants to follow your story, that wants to watch the next few weeks and maybe look at what you've been up to and follow you over the next few years, where can they find you?
Yeah, on Instagram, of course, it's my main channel when I share everything I do, good thing and bad things. And of course, if you can be in Barcelona, just come and cheer.
Yeah. We need the cheer squad. Anyone that's in Barcelona, if we could get there ourselves, we would. But yeah, get those signs up.
Right.
No, that's awesome. I will link everything in the show notes, and obviously when we share the podcast episode, we'll link it to your Instagram. And yeah, I guess from us, like, best of luck in both Miami and Barcelona. We really hope to see you in Chicago, and I'm sure we will, and we'll be able to cheer you on there and watch you in person, which will be like amazing, won't it?
Yeah.
I will be there.
You will be there. We'll
Yeah.
manifest it as well. I'm into this manifesting stuff now. For everyone listening, we really hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm sure you've taken loads from it, because I definitely have. Hopefully it makes your burpees that little bit easier next time you hit the burpee station. And if you've enjoyed the episode, please consider following the show, sharing the show, and give Camilla a tag. Maybe reach out to her and let her know if she manages to help you through your next High Rocks race with all her advice. And we'll see you on the next episode.